Hello, Mega Dimension back for another Face State video. Last time, well, a bunch of stuff happened. I think we were settling with Ilya as usual, fighting, but this time we also saw Saber's memory, the last part of the Battle of Camelin, and we got kind of annoyed. So, well, now let's continue. I can't ask her straight on. I have to try to ask her indirectly as possible. And also, we're going to talk about Saber. I don't know why I ended there. Man, I got nervous. What happens when no, I'm not used to like these type of talks. I'll get used to it over time by the looks of it, but still, the fault of a YouTuber, a small YouTuber by that. And thanks for all the 22 subscribers. I make my mind to stand up. Let's go to the living room. I hope I'll be able to penetrate the fortress using the calm before dinner air as a shield. Do you think that is going to work? Honestly, wait, I haven't opened my drink. Yeah, when I get thirsty, maybe take a little sip. I don't know why I did not remove the cap. I feel lazy to do it right now. I should have done it before I start recording. Just hypothetically. What should we do if we win the Holy Grail War? You know that sounds like bullshit. No, not bullshit. That sounds so fucking stupid. It's like he doesn't fucking know. Let me increase the volume a bit. So, since I couldn't come up with good ideas, I asked her directly. Fucking stupid! No, you don't ask people directly like that. It's like, you have to calm them. You can, but you have to calm them down. You have to you have to have a different conversation first. So then when it's like getting to battle, it's like, hey, hypothetically, what would we do? You know, that's how you should do it. Sure. Well, I love your tenacity, but sometimes you have to smooth things through. At least that's me. That's how I would do it. But then he's actually Tosca, and she's fucking surprised. Yeah, like no shit. It's like, yeah, you wish you give a wish. Though she has no fucking wish, so of course she will say that. Huh? Saber, they're so dumbfounded. Yeah, Shiro is an interesting one. He's an enigma, isn't he? Oh, I love that everyone's like right there. It's like, what the fuck is this person on? You know, all the art is like pretty simple. I mean, I should like use it as a study, because I am studying like complete forms now. So it's gonna improve better, I guess. They all give the same response with different expressions. Yeah, I think they heard you the first time. They're just fucking surprised, like they can say different expressions. Oh, okay, I'm talking about after we win the Holy Grail. What we should do if we win the Holy Grail War. It really is like, I'm just waiting for them to call him an idiot, because this is not really idiotic per se, but because I don't know, it's like he did not think this through. I was like, did you not think this through, you fucking moron? You don't need to explain the question, but what's your wrong? Why are you asking? Are you taking me on a date or something? Or the fuck? Oh, damn. Even though they don't know, it seems like Saber and Ilya have the same question. Now, it's funny if Saber finds out Shiro has no wish. It's like, what the fuck you mean you have no wish? I guess it was unnatural to abruptly ask. Yeah, that's what I said. You have to smooth things out. At least he acknowledges it. He's very, Shiro's very, what's the word, impulsive in his thoughts. He has a lot of impulsive thoughts. Like, that's something I'll never do. It's like, I used to when I was like a child, but certain situations that made me not indulge on those For the word. When I just fucking said it. Oh well. I have to play ignorant for now. I don't know. This is Ren we're talking about. I think she will catch on pretty quickly. Well, it just came to mind. Yeah, it just came to me, you know. There are only 3 turns left, so it's not that weird to start thinking about it, right? There's not much left now, and the end is near. Well, you're right. Even you'll start thinking about it in this situation, even though you didn't start this because you wanted to. I bet you're curious about the reward since you're risking your life. Yeah, I'm curious. Yeah, curious, Thank God Tosa likes to reason things out. Well, Saber, will she catch on? I don't know, she's been with us a while. I think one of Tosa's good aspects is to consider anything as a possibility if it sounds reasonable. Well, in this case, just in this case though. Damn. So what about you, Tosa? What would do if you get Holy Grail? As naturally as I can. Let's see, I only really thought about winning, so there's nothing I want the Holy Grail to grant. Because the fucking world is already mine. Yeah, I remember she said that like the world's already hers and stuff. Fucking egotistical brat. I get it, but I haven't thought about anything after that. So she's fine because she doesn't want to lose, huh? I guess so. And I never really thought I'll be right. I'm stunned. You seem to be the one thinking the most, but you're the one who thinks the least. Oh my god, she called her an idiot. Yeah. I guess it's nice them they're saying it out loud because what the fuck they're gonna do? Get a fucking wish now? You're one to talk. Then what about you, Iliasville? I don't know. I was just told that the Holy Grail is mine. I shouldn't give it to anyone. Since this is mine to begin with, of course I don't care about it. What the fuck? Oh my gosh. That's just like a certain character that will appear soon. Oh, are you saying the Holy Grail is more fun than the Holy Grail? I guess so. Well, usually they end really badly most of the time. Of course, I only came to win. I don't care who uses the Holy Grail. You're kind of like Ren, but kind of not. Are they the same? That's what I said. The two glare at each other silently, and there seems to be sympathy I can't understand. Sarah doesn't say anything. She must not intend to join the conversation. But no matter how much Sarah hates it, I must ask her the question now. Oh golly, I forgot about this scene. Alright, yep, I have to do it for you too. And I can understand you two's intentions. Is Saber going to catch on this shit? No, really, I'm quite. You can see I'm nervous about this shit. I'm sorry, really. I tried to not naturally and. Then how about you, Saber? Oh yes, cause you do not know her wish. She didn't tell you. She didn't tell you her wish. I know what her wish is. Like, it would be nice if it was like said in private, but this time. But this time, well, how would Saber respond? Will she respond in a positive manner? Or she will be very reserved and the like? Because you do not know it. I asked Saber. Yeah, no shit. We heard you say that. Of course, I'm saying this because I'm very fucking nervous. You can see my voice, and all that shit. As I really, in these crunchy, there's not really crunchy, but this confronting moments, I'm not used to it. Though this is an experience, because if I ever wait, I get used to it, I guess. Oh, she's fucking quiet. Sarah doesn't answer. They must have realized Sarah's acting comment manner as they both stare at her. If I'm counting, there must be a minute's silence. I do not need to say this, but it is my duty to obtain the Holy Grail. Oh yeah, wait, what the fuck? I just like noticed, like when I was like nervous, she's like been fucking quiet. It's like, I thought she was just onto them, but it's like there has to be a different reason now. Of course, I know the reason, but I'm gonna play along with you guys, you know. I do not know how powerful the Holy Grail is. But as long as the Holy Grail, I must obtain it. And of course, I will have my wish granted, if it can grant it. She said it. Without a doubt, Sarah said she has her own wish. I see, then what's your wish? I retrained my pounding heart and asked calmly. Yeah, she looks downcast. That was the other thing I thought about. I was like, would she look downcast? Yes, she would. Sarah doesn't answer. That's fine too. If she cannot answer, chances her wish is a selfish one. Considering her a selfish person, she will hesitate to speak of a selfish wish. So I'll bet first she keep quiet and not tell me a ridiculous wish. Such feelings, my feelings of my wish. Is it that hard? Grandfather said the wish of a servant is to be resurrected into this world. Grandfather said the wish of the servant is to be resurrected into this world. Those who seek the Holy Grail to live a second life. Isn't that the case for you, Saber? I raised my head at her words. There's no problem with that Sarah's wish, but... No, I have no interest in a second life. My intentions are close to Rin and Iliasville. My goal is only to obtain the Holy Grail. I became a servant as a prize to obtain the Holy Grail. Wait, what? I knew that had to be it. I knew the girl who took an oath pulling out the sword could not seek a second life. Wait, is this when we're going to talk about Saber's existence? Because it's fucking complicated. When I say it's complicated, it's fucking complicated. Because of course it is. It's fucking tight. What the fuck do you expect? Hold on. You became a servant in exchange for obtaining the Holy Grail. You mean the contract when you became a heroic spirit? Yes, in exchange for becoming a servant, I seek the Holy Grail. What? Then you're not a servant to obtain the Holy Grail, but you became a servant by your own will. She must be really surprised. She yells this and tilts her head, not believing her own words.
つまりセイバーは英霊だから呼び出されたんじゃなくて自分からこの戦いに参加したってこと？
So Saber wasn't summoned because she was a heroic spirit, but she joined this battle willingly. Well, fuck. Wait, who the hell joins a battle willingly? Yeah, the Holy Grail must have great importance. Because I know the Arthurian legends on the Holy Grail, but... But why did... Now you have to give the question. Why did she want the Holy Grail? In her original life as well.
けどサーバントである以上英霊として祀られているんだから自分からこっちの世界に関わるなんてできっこないわよね。じゃあセイバーはサーバントのルールから大きく外れて
But as long as you're respected as a heroic spirit, so you cannot interfere with the world deliberately, then you're well beyond the servant's rule. No, that's not right. Wait, what do you mean that's not right? What the fuck? She operates by different rules?
もうちょっと待ってね今整理するから。
Jeez, hold on, I'll work this out.
いいえ整理するまでもありません。ミーが言ったことは正しい。
Oh fuck, it is true. No, you don't need to do so. What you said is correct.
私は他のサーバントとは違います。
I am different from other servants.
私はまだ完全にサーバント
I have yet to become a complete servant. Wait, what? But you died. How the fuck? Servants become servants when they die. What the hell?
完全にサーバントになっていない。
Not a complete servant. Well, what does that mean? No, importantly, what does it mean to become a servant? Sarah said she agreed to become a servant as a price for obtaining the Holy Grail. And that means... Hold on. Could it be that servants are forced to fight as a price for obtaining something?
いいえ、それは違います。もともとサーバントというのはこの聖杯戦争だけの特別な使い魔です。
No, that is wrong. From the very beginning, servants are special familiars that is only for the Holy Grail War.
サーバントとは英霊の特性を利用した召喚魔術。
Servant is a summoning magic that uses the special characteristics of the heroic spirits.
元は英霊なのですから、サーバントにパンを得た代わりに労働をするという決まりはありません。
They were originally heroic spirits, so they do not have any rules like I was given bread, so I have to work.
そうね、サーバントシステムってのはもともと守護精霊である英霊を利用したものだもの。
Yeah, the servants who use heroic spirits, guardians, and guardian spirits.
元からあるものを使ってるわけだから。
You should say and guardian spirits. I don't know.
マスター側にも
Yeah, guardian spirits and heroic spirits. There's like guardian spirits is like a different type of heroic spirit. It's like yeah, you'll learn eventually, but I won't spoil it because it's very interesting. It's the first time they're mentioned now, honestly. They're using something that already exists, so there's no price for the masters or their servants to pay.
けどサーバントになる前、人間から英霊になるには代償行為が必要だって聞いた。
But I heard that before they become a spirit, they need to pay a price to become a heroic spirit.
英霊っていうのは人間の守護者でしょ？
Heroic spirits are guardians of the people, right?
彼らは死した後も人間のために働いて、人の世の滅亡を水面下で防ぐのだとか。
Heroic spirits are guardians of the people, right? It's like they work for people even though they die to prevent the destruction of humanity, and so on.
で、そういった守護者になるには、生前まだ英雄として現役だった頃に何かと取引をしなくてはならない。
So to become this guardian, a living hero must make a contract with something. Is that what Saber did?
それが英霊の契約。
To be fair, I kind of forgot most of Saber's stuff. I know it's complicated, but it's fucking weird. This is the contract of the heroic spirits, a ritual to give their existence to the world after they die.
交換条件によって財を得た者が英雄となり、英雄としてやりたいことをやった後、死後はサーバントとしてもらった財を返す。
The ones who obtain riches from exchange becomes heroes, and after they do whatever they want, do as heroes, they die.
They become servants to pay for these
つ
riches.
まり英雄になるために借金をして死んだ後は英雄になることで借金を返すってこと。
So in other words, they go into debt to become a hero, or pay the debt when they die by becoming heroic spirit.
Pay very attention to those words. And you figure out why I say that.
サーバントっていうのはその返済金額を横から私たちにかすめ取られて収益されてるってわけ。
We summon servants by stealing the debt liability from the world.
つまり何かとの取引で人間は英雄になって英雄にしてもらったお返しとして死後は使い魔として刺激されるのか。
So humans become heroes by contract with something, and they're summoned by as heroic spirits after they die to pay for becoming a hero.
じゃあセイバーが英霊になった交換条件が
Then the conditions of an exchange that Saber made is the Holy Grail. Saber obtained the Holy Grail in her life. She became a heroic spirit as she died as a price.
それこそおかしい。セイバーは聖杯が目的だって言った。けどそれはとっくに手に入れてるはずだ。
That's not right. Saber says her objective is to obtain the Holy Grail. But she should already obtain it because she became a hero in exchange for the Holy Grail.
いいえシロン。私はまだ聖杯を手にしてはいないのです。
No, Shiro, I have not yet obtained the Holy Grail.
It was who got the Holy Grail again? I think it was Galahad.
アルトリア。アーサー王の望みは生きているうちに聖杯を手に入れることだった。
Artoria, King Arthur's wish was to obtain the Holy Grail while she lived.
私が死ぬ前に聖杯を手に入れなければならなかった。
I had to obtain the Holy Grail before I died.
そ
So
のためにもし聖杯が手に入るなら死後は守護者になっても良いと条件を飲んだのです。
So I agreed that I would become a heroic spirit after I died if I could obtain the Holy Grail.
リンの言う通り、人間は英雄になるために世界と契約をし、人間以上の力を授かり、
As
その代
written
償として
said,
死後の自分を売り渡します。
humans make a contract with the world, become a hero, they receive powers beyond human, and pay with life after death.
ですが私は英雄になる時に世界の後ろ盾を必要としなかった。
But I did not need the help
アーサー王
of the
は英雄
world
になるための支援を必要としなかったの
to
です。
become a hero. Fortunately, the King Arthur needed no support to become a hero.
you see, world, because the world itself has its own will. That's two wills, honestly. Alai and Gaia. And I think you can guess what Gaia's will is for. She didn't need support to become a hero. So Saber became a hero by her own powers.
けどあなたは英霊としてここにいる。
But you're here as a heroic spirit.
True.
アーサー王は英雄になった後で世界に違う交換条件を求めたってこと？
Does that mean King Arthur requested a different exchange from the world after he became a hero?
はい。私は最後の時にどうしても聖杯が必要になった。聖杯がなければ我慢できなかった。叶えなくてはいけない願いができてしまった。
Yes, I need the Holy Grail in my final moment. I cannot stand not having the Holy Grail. I wish a period that I need to have granted.
だから英霊の契約をしたのです。
That is why I made the contract of the heroic spirits.
私の手に聖杯が握られるなら死後は英霊となってあらゆるもののため
That
に権利
if
を
I
得る
can obtain the Holy Grail, I'll wield my sword as heroic spirit after my death.
Wait, that sounds weird. You mean she's not dead or what? In her last moment, she wished for the Holy Grail's miracle. I understand how she feels. That bloody hill, a grave of many swords, and the corpses of knights. A lone king who reigned ended in betrayal. Her last moment was too unfair. Even she had no wish of her own before, she must have thought of that. I can't die here. I don't want to end like this. So if she wishes to prolong her life, she won't be embarrassed about it.
そう 自分を売り払ってまで聖杯を手に入れられる手段を取ったのね。
This is like selling your own soul to the way this is like selling your own soul to the devil. Honestly, this is what it says. It's very Faustian, honestly.
I see. You became able to obtain the Holy Grail by selling yourself off after death.
けどセイバー、あなたの出した条件っていうのは生きているうちに聖杯を手に入れる
But
でしょ？
but Saber, your condition was to obtain the Holy Grail while you were alive, right?
And this is what I was thinking, honestly.
Then
はい。私が生きているうちに聖杯探索は成し得なかった。私はアーサー王は最後まで聖杯を手に入れることができなかったのです。
yes, I could not complete my search for the Holy Grail while I was alive. I, King Arthur, could not obtain the Holy Grail even at the very end.
ですが、それでは契約が成り立ちません。
But the contract cannot be completed like that.
Yeah, this you're gonna see the complicated shit what I'm talking about.
世界が私をサーバントにするには、アーサー王が生きているうちに聖杯を与えねばならない。
For the world to obtain me as a servant, it must grant the Holy Grail while King Arthur is alive.
ですから、
So,
アーサー王は聖杯を手に入れるまで死なない。いいえ、死ぬことができない。
King Arthur will not die until she obtains the Holy Grail. No, King Arthur cannot die.
And you see the paradox that has been created by Saber's will.
それじゃああなた、
Then you're...
はい。アーサー王と呼ばれていた私は、死を迎える一瞬で止まっているはずです。
Yes, time stopped for me. King Arthur at the moment of death.
時間軸から見れば、私はとうに滅びているでしょう。ですがそれでは契約が果たせない。
According to the timeline, I should be already dead, but it will not be able to fulfill the contract that way.
アーサー王は死の直前でサーバントとして召喚され、聖杯を手に入れた後、死ななければならないのです。
King Arthur is summoned as a servant and must die after she obtains the Holy Grail.
時間が止まってるんじゃなくて、時間に止まってる状態か。
So in time itself isn't stopped, but you're stopped in time,
あ
huh?
なたがサーバントとして何度戦いを繰り返しても構わない。最終的には聖杯を手に入れて契約を果たすことは決まっているんだから、その
It doesn't matter how many times you repeat the fight as a servant, because the result of obtaining the Holy Grail and fulfilling your contract is determined, so...
そうです。いつかは聖杯を手に入れ、私は契約を果たす。だからこそ、英霊になる前から、いずれ英霊化が決定しているという条件で、
That is
あらゆる時代
correct.
に召喚される。
Eventually, I will obtain the Holy Grail and fulfill the contract. That is why I can be summoned to many ages before I become a heroic spirit, on the condition that my becoming a heroic spirit is already determined.
それはこの町の聖杯だけではありません。
Not only the Holy Grail in this town.
聖杯が手に入る可能性があるならば、私はどの戦場にも召喚される。
If there is a chance to obtain the Holy Grail, I'll be summoned to any battlefield.
そうしていつかは聖杯を手に入れ、私の望みを叶えた時こそ、死の直前で止まっていた私の時間は進みます。
And when I eventually obtain the Holy Grail, grant my wish, my stopped time shall start moving again.
アーサー王は最後の時を迎え、聖杯を手に入れた代償として、こうして英霊となるのでしょう。
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, I'm starting to like think about it. I was like, wait, even if you obtain the Holy Grail, the contract will continue, will not be complete even though? Makes no sense.
King Arthur will face death and become a heroic spirit as a price for obtaining the Holy Grail.
死の直前で覚めない夢を見ているようなものか。
So it's like having a dream you can't wake up from right before your death, huh?
今回の聖杯戦争も、セイバーにとっては夢の一つ。
This Holy Grail War is just one of those dreams for Saber.
そして、
and you'll be able to wake up when you obtain the Holy Grail?
リンはシローが未熟だから私を霊体化できないと言いましたね。けれどそれは違う。私は未だ死者ではないから霊体にはなれないのです。
Rin, you said that Shiro cannot turn me into a spirit form because he is inexperienced. But that is wrong. I cannot become a spirit because I have not died yet.
Uh-huh. I was wondering about that. I was like, maybe that's the case.
半端な扱いですが、これでも位置づけは聖者ですから。
I am handled differently, but I am still classified as a living being.
前回の聖杯戦争でも私はそうだった。
It was the same in the last Holy Grail War.
Saber says as if she's apologizing. I guess because she was lying about being stuck in physical form because I was inexperienced. I don't really care about that. There's something more important that I have to ask her.
セガ、未だ死者じゃないってどういうことだ？聖杯を手に入れるまで死なないってのは分かった。
Saber, what do you mean you're not dead yet? I understand that you won't die to obtain the Holy Grail. Are we gonna get more complicated? I'm 99% sure we are. From the conversation, I understand that you haven't been alive since the time of King Arthur. But then, what are you right now? You're not a copy of the real body, right?
はい。こちらに呼び出される英霊というのは、すべて本体の分身のようなものですが、私はまだその位置に達していません。
No, heroic spirits that are summoned are all like the copies of the true body. But I have not yet reached that rank.
Huh, I did not know that. Wait, is this why there's a lot of different variants of Saber now?
聖杯を手に入れるまでは、死の直前に止まったままで呼び出されている。
Until I obtain the Holy Grail, I am called in the form myself, about to die.
リンの言った通り、アーサー王は時間という大河の上で停止している。
As Rin said, King Arthur stopped in the river of time.
私はその位置から前か後ろかに飛んで聖杯を求めた後、止まっている場所に戻っているのでしょう。
I must jump forward or backward from that position and return to that stop point once I obtain the Holy Grail.
I draw a diagram in my head. Okay, let's freaking see this, cause. All right, let's see. Where is it? See this, the Throne Heroes. Okay, this is Arthur. Arthur dies, and whoop, summoned. But also, you can probably go in the past too if there's Holy Grail. I draw a diagram in my head. I see it's pretty simple once I visualize it. King Arthur stopped at the moment before death. The flow of time doesn't care that she stopped. It keeps flowing and we're at the present. She jumps each time and need return to her own time after completing her duty. If she obtains the Holy Grail, and on one of the times she visits, her time will flow again, and she will die just like the history we know today. Then the heroic spirit must exist like this. Alright, let me, okay. Person A becomes a hero and dies. Removed from the time axis, cycle of rebirth. When they die, they are transferred into a place like a warehouse where time doesn't flow. And they are summoned to various ages, disappear while returning. Other self-summoned, other self-summoned, other self-summoned. Real body. Huh, they actually explained it. That's interesting. Because there's like more than one, and also there's like more than variation. Like a heroic spirit cannot just be summoned into like a lancer class. They can, if they're like a knight, they probably would know there can be probably an archer, like berserker can also be an archer, or a saber, or the like, or a rider. Like it can vary into different categories. So that must be what they mean by heroic spirit being a copy. It's like a clone made by their DNA. The heroic spirit has the complete abilities and memories of when it was alive, will disappear in the world, and learn many things, but it's useless. They have no way to return to the main body, but merely disappear. So no matter how many times they are summoned to the same age, there will be no inconsistencies in their memories. I assume the ones that become heroic spirits will not change anymore. Even if they obtain new knowledge, the self that learns it, it will disappear once the duty is completed. In that regard, Saber isn't a complete servant, because Saber returns to her own time even after she is summoned to that self. This is about to die on that bloody hill.
ちょっと待った。
Hold on.
じゃあ何？今回聖杯を手に入れたら元の時代に戻ってその時代で聖杯を使うってこと？
Then what? You're gonna take it back to your own time and use it if you obtain the Holy Grail.
それって過去の改造じゃない。時間旅行にしても平行世界の運営にしてもそれは魔法の領域よ。そんなのできるわけがないわ。
That's altering the past. Time travel and management of parallel universe is sorcery. There's no way you'll be able to do that.
Which on the Holy Night Hill, I think they did some time travel-ish, honestly, so it's still kind of confusing. You know, completely not understanding this completely, entirely.
それを可能とするのが聖杯でしょ。
But the Holy Grail allows me to do this.
そうして聖杯さえ使えるのならば、私はサーバントとなってもいいと契約したの。
I made a contract that I'll be able to become a servant if I can use the Holy Grail.
聖杯を使うことで、アルトリアという人物が消え去ろうとも、今の私が英霊となることを代償と
The
して。
prize become a servant even it means the elimination of the person called Autoria.
Wait, what the fuck? She means to kill hers? Sarah talks about much interest, but that's strange. Making a wish come true using the Holy Grail, that's fine. But why did she say Autoria would disappear as a result?
だよそれ。聖杯を使うことでアルトリアが消える。
What are you talking about? Autoria would disappear when she uses the Holy Grail? Don't mess around. Saber, that girl's about to die quietly alone on that hill.
自分を救うために聖杯を使うんじゃないのかよ。
That's rich coming from you. Don't you not care about your own self, Shiro? So, it's a bit hypocritical. You're not going to use the Holy Grail to save yourself? Because you saw it in that hill.
なぜそのようなことを言うのですシロ。
What do you mean, Shiro?
私の望みは国を滅びから救うことだけなのです。
My only desire is to save my country from ruin.
I can see this sense. I can see my face is frozen. I'm sure I already realized this, but my mind is spacing like I feel it thrown up.
なんて
Why? But still. Yeah, you can see things are not going the way he planned. Though, it's a good thing Rin was here, because... And... this music. But still, I forced my question out.
なぜも何もないです。
Isn't obvious.
私は国を守れなかった。国を守るために王となったのに。
I cannot protect my country. I became king to protect my country, but I cannot fulfill that duty.
その時に思ったのです。
I thought at that time
岩の剣は間違えて私を選んでしまったのではないかと。
that perhaps the sword chose me by mistake.
That's stupid. Why?
いえ、その迷いは常に私の中にありました。
No, I always had such doubts.
Yeah, she is very stubborn, isn't she?
私は王にふさわしくないのではないか。
But like, if we put a correlation with phase 0, it's like she did not even listen to this Skander's words at all. With what he was trying to say.
That I might not be able to not be the right king.
本当に選ばれるべき英雄は他にいたのではない
That
の
there was another hero who should have been chosen.
あの
That
時政権を抜いてしまった時国を救えなかった私より国を救 はずです。
At that time, there was the sword I pulled out. There must have been a suitable king who should have been able to save the country I could not.
Well, don't you have like, doesn't the Holy Grail gives you information of modern history and stuff? So you should see that Britain has been prosperous. Of course, by this point the British Empire has collapsed, but you will still see it as a prosperous nation compared to your own time. So
だからもし聖杯の力で王の選定をやり直すことができ
So if I can redo the selection of the
その
king
時に戻ればきっと
using the power of the Holy Grail, then
and what? Does she mean to say that her country would not be been destroyed if she returned to that time? I feel faint. I'm secretly surprisingly more angered that Syria would surely wish for such a thing. I guess I'm dumbfounded right now. It's only natural. Sarah's wish is not for herself, and on top of that, it means her elimination. The girl in front of me exists because the Holy Grail, the Holy Sword, was pulled out, and because the king pulled it out. Preventing that will mean the girl in front of me would not exist. Let's say she grants her wish by using the Holy Grail. The girl will never become a king and will live out her days as a knight. But what about Saber in front of me? As she is heroic spirit, she will continue to be summoned to fight after her wish is granted. Since she's paid the price to obtain the Holy Grail, Sarah will continue to be even if Victoria doesn't become king, taking away from the future and from the past. She will forever be the lonely king dying on the hill. Ridiculous. I can't allow that. There's no salvation there. And even if she doesn't pull the sword, it probably will have the same conclusion. I'm not saying it'll probably be similar conclusion. Probably not in betrayal per se, but the Anglo-Saxons still settle England. The savages, like, they still lose against the Anglo-Saxons. So, you know. So you don't stop all the wars and stuff like that. So, and eventually it does get saved, but by the Anglo-Saxons because they are victorious. Anyway, she did redo everything, and there really is more important king for a country at long last. As a result, even if she is saved, it is a lie. Even everyone around her becomes happy. The 10 years she fought can't just disappear. No, you can't do that. And yeah, I agree with you, but you could have said much better. I'm sure. It's like, no, you should call her an idiot. You could say anything, but oh well. You use the words you use, you know. You can't redo things. It's useless to even try.
Shiro.
Don't use the holograph for such a thing. Don't use the Holy Grail for such a thing. You're going to obtain the Holy Grail by buying yourself, right? So you should use that miracle for your own sake. Yeah, that's so demanding. Shiro. Though I do understand where you're coming from, Shiro. She is an idiot, but so are you.
ですから私は自分のために使うと言っているではありませんか。
As I have told you, I'll be using it for myself.
私アルトリアは王としての責務を果たさなければ。
I, Otoria, must fulfill her duty as king.
So why don't you understand?
そんなのはお前はもう十分すぎるくらいに果たしてるじゃないか。セイバーはあんなにも戦ってきた。裏切られても怖がられても負けなかった。
He saw the dream, and now all the emotions are spilling out. All the emotions are spilling out. Don't be ridiculous. You already fulfilled more than your duty. You already fulfilled that much already. You didn't give up even you were betrayed or feared. You didn't let go your sword to the very end on that hill. He saw the dream.
だっていうのになんで死んじまった後も。
So why do we have to keep such promises even after you die? And what about you, Shiro? What about you? Saber is astonished. Oh, it's too late to regret what I said. Yeah, it is. As I said, Shiro's quite an impulsive person, but I wonder what other master would have done in that situation. For such a useless, a interesting perspective on the wish. I should admit that I've seen Sarah's past my dreams. A heavy silence. There's no words to give her words any more reply. I can sense that anything will backfire in this situation, but so I can just say silent.
Saber, 俺頑張ったやつが報われないのは嫌なんだ。
Saber, I don't like when people aren't rewarded for their hard work. That's it. That's why you don't like it. I wonder why Saber doesn't like that either. It's meaningless in that way, and it's too unfair. True. I know it's childish ideal, but I want to believe that people will get happier the more they work for it. Yeah, that is childish. Naive even. But I do like it.
他のマスターには負けない。
I only lose to their masters.
聖杯は必ず手に入れる。
I will obtain the Holy Grail for sure. But not for your sake, right? But for her sake? Is that any different than what she's trying to do?
だから、セイバーは自分の
So please grant your own wish.
それなら俺はこの馬鹿げた戦い
If you do, I actually be able to find some meaning in this stupid war. At least he said that. Not saying like, oh this, oh this. At least Shiro has grown a bit. Less stupid. That's the conclusion I reached. I don't know what the Holy Grail, nor is the right to obtain it. But if Sarah will be safe, I'll be able to try with all my powers. The loud bell rings and the house falls into darkness. The surrounding air changes immediately. Even though the lights suddenly went off, no one says a thing and tries to feel their surroundings. The loud ring living is silent, but the sound of light from against each other can be heard in the distance.
今の警告音、この屋敷の結界？
Was that the alarm battlefield on this house?
I nod silently. The sound is the same as the one Lancer introduced. And then this must be... The sound is increasing, coming closer. A strange sound. It reminds me of bugs crawling around a light trap. Our living room is the only place free of the sound. It hasn't even a minute yet, and the lights went out, but the living room is surrounded by unknown sound. Well then. Intruders. Golly, I wonder who it can be. It could be Assassin, or it could be Caster. Though they're in the same place, so it could be both of them mostly. An enemy. But even for a servant, there's too many of them. I, a Magus too, even if I'm a bad one, I can sense that many sources of magical energy surround this place. Skimming quickly, I can at least count 20, but they are strangely light. I don't feel any human will. The things making the sound are like empty puppets.
なんだ、やっぱり来たんだ。
Oh, so they did come.
今まで散々私から逃げ回ってたくせに、バーサーカーがいなくなったら飛んでくるんだもん。
They're running away all this time, but they come out as soon as the berserker's gone.
Yeah, you get rid of the most heavy hitter, and now and also Archer, that you only probably have like 2 of the knight classes left, and probably Caster and Assassin.
ほんと、元気いいなサーバントね。
Really, this servant is a schemer.
Oh, unlike the 3 of us who are intent, Ilya is strangely calm.
わかるのか
Ilya, you can tell Ilya.
当然でしょ。私にわからないサーバントなんていないわ。
Oh, this is Caster.
外にいるのはキャスターで、何かいっぱい引き連れてきてる。
Of course, I can sense any servant. The one outside is Caster. And there are a lot of things out there too. Oh, they're just cheap golems bound by dragon's teeth.
Ilya says simply, fuck Dragon's Teeth. Dragons no longer exist, and they're like really powerful magical creatures in Fate Universe, so they're Of course, they're very weak in Frank order, but you know, that's neither here or there. Either season, and then the sound stops at the same time. I take the one sword I keep in the living room. Tosca and Sarah seem to be waiting for me to make a move. I'll probably stay here. So, over here. So, because it's probably gonna be long and stuff. So, I'll see you there next time. I'm gonna get the merch out. Bye.